Okay, so I'm going to have you finish checking your homework in just a second. If you miss it, rework it. If you can't figure out what you're doing wrong, raise your hand and I will help you individually, okay? Because there's lots of different ways you can mess it up. Remember, when we check it, we type in the whole problem first. If that's right, then all of your small parts are correct. If the whole answer is wrong, what do we type into our calculator next to check? Brant?
Like 3 times. Like if you're taking 621 times 3.
Yeah, you take the whole top number times the ones place of the second number. You're right. Okay, I'll show you when we get this problem. So I told you I wanted you to try this problem using any method. 4,298 times 123. Okay? So if you're at home, pause the video. Try that problem. Okay? In here, raise your hand if you worked it and got it correct. Okay? Abby, what method did you use? Lattice. Raise your hand if you used lattice. Okay? Lattice works every time, and I'd say the larger the numbers, it's actually less work sometimes. So we'll do lattice first. You don't have to copy this down, and then we'll do algorithm. So if you solved it using lattice, the hardest part is drawing your box. Okay, but there's my big box. I need a 4 by 3. Maya, how can I make a 4 by 3?
Draw 4 lines going down. 3 lines going down.
Okay, because I need 4 boxes this way, so I can put 4, 2, 9, 8. Yeah, and I had a student in the past that he said I could never figure out my boxes, so he started putting the numbers first and then drawing lines between them. Okay, that works too. So he would put 1, 2, 3, and then he's like, okay, I know I need a line between 2 and 3. I need a line between 1 and 2. Okay, so you don't always have to draw the boxes before you put the numbers if you struggle with that. So now I'm going to put in my diagonals. I'm going to keep them blue also. Corner to corner. Corner, corner, corner. Okay, now I just have to do all of my math. I'm going to change colors here. 8 times 1 is 8. 9 times 1 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 9 times 2 is 18. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. So the process is actually exactly the same. But what would I have to do now? What do I do at this point, Jude?
You add all the
Yeah, I have to add all of my diagonals. So 4, 13 plus 2 is 15. Regroup. Let's see. 9, 10, 18, 26. 6. Regroup. 2 plus 9 is 11. 12, 16, 18. Regroup. 3, 11, 12. Regroup. 5, nothing. So we got 5, 2, 8, 6, 5, 4. Why do you think I made you try a 4 by 3? Harper?
to see if we could do it.
Okay. Why else? It was to see if you could do it. Parker?
Does that show math skills, maybe?
No. It was to show you that if you can figure out the lattice method, or really the algorithm method, you could do a 10-digit by 10-digit multiplication problem if I forced you to. Okay, no one would choose to do that. But the process, if you can get the process down, it's exactly the same no matter how many digits you're working with. Okay? So let's go ahead and try this one using algorithm. I wouldn't suggest partial products or area model. It's lots of numbers to add. Lattice or algorithm. What is my first math problem I have to do? Lori?
4,200
Good job. 4,298 times 3. So I start with 3 times 8 is 24. So I put a 4 and I regroup. 3 times 9 is 27 plus 2 is 29. I put a 9. I regroup. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Nothing to regroup. 4 times 3 is 12. I put my 2. There's nowhere to regroup, so I go ahead and put my 1. Okay? Then change colors. What do I do next, Harper?
4,298 times 20.
Yeah, 4,298 times 20. Bryce, if I'm multiplying by 20, what's my last digit in my answer going to be? 0. A 0. So I'm going to go ahead and put it there so I don't forget about it. Now I just have to take 4,298 times 2 because I've already taken care of my 0. I'm going to mark off my regrouping so I don't use them again. 2 times 8 is 16, so I put a 6. I regroup. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. And I regroup. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Nothing to regroup. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? Multiplied everything by 20. What do I have to do next? Maya? Not yet. I have a whole nother digit to multiply.
Oh.
Now tell me.
4,298 times 100.
Yeah, 4,298 times 100. If I wrote that out, what is 4,298 times 100, Max? Just tell me digits. Yeah, you just write down the digits, 4298, and add 2 zeros. So that's what we should have. But I'm going to go ahead and add in my 2 zeros because I'm multiplying by 100. So I know it's going to end in 2 zeros. But then really it's just 8 times 1 is 8. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 1 is 4. But that's one that you can probably do mentally. Now that I have all 3 numbers, I would add 10 plus 16 is 26. Regroup. 4, 9, 18. Regroup. 10, 12. 5, 2, 8, 6, 5, 4. Same answer. Okay, the reason I wanted you to try those is because you're able to. Okay, once you learn the process of algorithm and lattice, it works for any number. Okay, we just have to practice. Okay, here's what we're going to do for the rest of the class, rest of the time. First, you're going to finish checking and correcting last night's homework. Okay, if you need my help, raise your hand. Okay, if you're still struggling with a particular method, let me know and I will help you. Okay, I'll make up some problems. I'll watch you work them so I can help you figure out exactly what point you're messing up at. After that, you are going to grab the multiplication review worksheet. Okay, it has, I think, 8 to 10 problems. I can't remember off the top of my head. That's your homework tonight. Okay, so you're already getting to start on your homework. We have 35 minutes of class left. Okay, so this is your homework. If you finish your worksheet in class, I want you to go to IXL and work on the stars. Okay, the recommendations. Do you think I want you to work on ELA recommendations? No. The stars are all on multiplication. Focus on the ones that are harder for you. If it's a skill that you know you're good at, is that when you need to practice? No. The review is very, very similar to your quiz. When is your quiz?
Friday.
On Friday, okay? So take your time on it. If there's something you're struggling with, raise your hand and I will come help you. Okay? Everybody good?